Zach, what is going on, brother? How you doing? How's everybody doing this evening, man? Not gonna be up super late. I know it's Monday, people working tomorrow, but feel like checking in and see what you guys are up to. Garland, what's going on? Family Quakes. John, what is going on? Man, couple of things to talk about, man. Hey James, you work on a black line, new era hat with the black line logo on the front. That'll be my permanent hat, man. Up until then, this is it. Unless you want to see my bald head. Matt, what is going on, brother? Bentez, what's going on? Man, so finally got my merch off the ground. Still working on getting my logo white so I can put, so you guys, the shirts that I normally wear, the color shirts with the white logo, that'll be up hopefully by tomorrow. But I'll post the link so you guys can look in and see what I got. But finally got the merch here and smoking the Lunatic Torch series, man. The visionary size, the 6.5 by 52. Hey, man, that's right. As of right now, it's a top 10 cigar. Aganorsa has been flat out killing it, man. And maybe it's just my palate, man, what's been hitting me, but I smoked a couple of Drew Estates yesterday. I smoked some other stuff right now. Right now, Aganorsa tobacco is just, it's in a league of its own, man. You're getting sweetness, spiciness. It's covering everything, man. It's just flat out good cigar. Flat out great cigar. This is an elite cigar. Charles, what's going on, man? Smoking the Viva La Vida. I still got to try that one too, Matt. Hey, Rod, what is going on? Has anybody tried this Lunatic Torch series at all? I know James has. Well, you have to really go. Man, I like that Knuckle Buster too. And Garland, to be honest, that's a very inexpensive cigar. I think that's like a Juarez type of cigar. It outperforms the price point of what it sold at. Just about to hit you up on this cigar. I'm smoking it too. Dude, Brother Woods, I like lit the first inch and I was like, no way. And I kept smoking. I'm like, damn, man, this cigar is excellent, man. Like, Janice, what's going on, man? Ain't seen you in a minute. Hope you're doing well. See, James. So the other side. So I know. Shout out to my guy Ash Head Cigar Junkie. He reviewed I think the 60 ring gauge size, and he said that was good. Then they have a 70 ring gauge, which I know I ain't smoking it, but I could believe it's good. But man, Matt Quakes, get your hands on a Lunatic Torch and thank me later. Trust me on this cigar. This is a top 10 cigar this year for me right now. I'm looking at this too. I'm like, there's no way in hell that this Lunatic is this damn good. I was just talking to my guy Jesse offline. I was like, man, I think I made the mistake a long time ago. I just kind of associated the Lunatic line with just really retardedly big ring gauges and just cheap. And this is making me eat my words. This is a great cigar. Great cigar. I'm drinking another thing too. I'm telling you, I'm drinking a dark imperial stout. I'm drinking what I was drinking the other day. And most of the time, a weaker cigar, this will drown it out. I still can taste all the flavors over this beer. Full body, full flavor right now. And you see how far I've been in the cigar. It's already full. Full body, full flavor. I'm not bullshitting. Actually, I'm gonna be. This might be very crazy to say this right now. It's up there. It might be up there with the Supreme, man. It might be up there. That's one of the ones. That's another one that's really close. I'd have to smoke those back to back on the same day, but it's up there, man. Price point on that, James. What is the price on these? And another thing about Aganorsa too, which I will even give them the benefit of the doubt over like Padron, Davidoff, Opus X. Like Aganorsa is not killing your pockets on price. The signature selection is very good. The Supreme Leaf, these are all $10, $11, $12 cigars, man. Like, Garland, I hope that Blind Man's Bluff is a classic too, man. Hey, Garland, I told you, reach out to James. He'll put together whatever you need. He got you. I just got the powdered donuts from Ezra's Iron today. Going to maybe smoke one tomorrow. You have to let me know what this like, John. 1040. That's local beer for me. Yeah, this one's it's a little sweet. It's a little sweet, but it's not bad. I just grabbed a 4-pack of it. This isn't something I could drink all the time, but it's actually pretty solid. 1050 smaller size. So $10 for this cigar. $10. Doing good. Had a few great cigars recently, Atabay and some Tatuaje little hassles. I smoked my first Atabay a couple weeks ago. It was pretty good. For the price point though, man, it's not something I'm gonna be smoking all the time, but and it's definitely a morning cigar for me. But I enjoyed it though. I had a good experience with the Atabay. Mike, what is going on, man? JFR is good too. Very good budget cigar. Very good budget line. Quintel, what's going on, player? I'm got my second simple egg north on black line luxury. Hey Rod, if you haven't tried that torch, I'm smoking the visionary size, the 6.5 inch by 52 ring gauge. Man, that's crazy. JP was good. Rev Lee make review of cigar while drinking a beer. Started wondering if the beer influenced the flavor profile when scoring. Sometimes it can, just like how if you pair with alcohol and stuff like that, it can make. But that's the point of like a pairing because you pair and want to elevate the spirit and the cigar to make an even better experience. So it definitely can influence it. That's the purpose of it too, Charles. Like sometimes if you're smoking a cigar and it doesn't have a certain characteristic, then you want to pair something with it that can bring that characteristic and hopefully it'll elevate everything. So it definitely makes sense. Appreciate that, Gerald. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep at it, man. This is like I say, this is all enjoyable for me, man. It's stuff that I do on my off camera. I'm just putting it on camera, so it's not even really like it's hard or complicated or anything. It's just me, man. I've only had one Byron before. It was the 3-year Anyos, and I did enjoy that much more than the Atabay. They both were good, but the Byron for sure, I'd agree. Much more full, same manufacturer. I would agree 100% with it. CAL Brasilia is always a great cigar. I recommend it to a lot of people all the time. T-shirt, what's going on, man? I got some opinion on that Mombacho. I told you I would be smoking this past weekend. I smoked a couple. Lee sent me another Mombacho that they reviewed on iRobusto, and it was just average to me. The only cigar that I've particularly cared for was the Koseicha, but then that's a $20 cigar, so that's not something I'm gonna buy all the time. But I enjoyed that one. That's probably the only Mombacho I liked that I smoked. I didn't care for the Diplomaticos, a couple other ones I've had, the Liga Maestro. Eric smoked a Mombacho. He hated it. I don't even think he finished it. You've been putting out videos. Yeah, appreciate that, Janice. Yeah, we're gonna keep working. We're gonna keep working, man. Run them about your diplomat. I agree, man. I didn't think it was a good cigar at all. So everybody's taste buds and palates are different, man. But sometimes you see reviews and people rate it like, man, that is totally different than what I got. Want to try the Koseicha. Been on my wish list for a while. Yeah, it was around here a local B&M, and people really weren't buying them because the price point they got on sale. So I got the $20 cigar for like $14 or $15. I bought 2 of them and spaced them out between smoking them, and definitely enjoyed both of them. Preacher, I just inboxed you, Preacher. I'm smoking the Lunatic Torch in the Visionary size. I sent you the size on Instagram. I think you really enjoy this. I think you need to review this. I think you'll like this one. Now it's mellowing out some. It's still really good, but the intensity that was probably in that first inch and a half, inch or so, has died off a little bit. Still great flavor. So I may have jumped the gun a little bit when I was talking about the Supreme Leaf, but that first inch and a half, man. I don't know if you got, or most of y'all probably seen the Cigar Madness tournament, how the Monte Cristo 2 was just up front, just real punchy right in your face with flavor and fullness. I'm still gonna say it's still full flavor, full body, but it's gated back a little bit. The first inch and a half was crazy. That's good, man. I'm glad that all you guys are receptive to Preacher too. I like seeing you guys give him a lot of love too, man. I really enjoy his channel. Like I said, obviously I watch Lee Mac probably more than anybody, but Smoking Preacher's a close man. He's probably the only other reviewer when he drops a video, I'm like watching it right away. I like his videos. I think I'm almost kind of borderline addicted to him, man. He's just got a great personality, and I like that passion. It comes off very obvious that he's passionate about cigars. Appreciate that t-shirt guy, man. Appreciate that, Quakes. I think you're gonna enjoy him too, man. And like I said, Preacher's probably I started following Smoking Preacher probably it's June now. I probably started catching on probably in like February or March maybe, but he's been out for over a year. But he has over like 400 videos. He puts out a lot of material, man. A lot of material, and not BS material neither. He puts out good. He's smoking good cigars, and he has a good palate, and he's giving you an honest review. Enough said. Sometimes you just watch stuff and it's just like, man. Sir, even if you like certain cigars, I feel like some cigars don't need reviews. Like it's a $3 or $4 cigar. Like even if you like it or don't like it, like I'm willing to risk money on a $3 or $4 cigar. Give me the review of a $10, $15, $20 cigar, something I'm gonna have. If I'm spending some kind of significant amount of money, give me the review on that. Let me know if I need to waste my money or not. So yeah, Woods. I think you'll enjoy him. He's good. Working. I didn't know you were live. I wasn't even gonna go live. Y'all know me, man. I just randomly sitting here. I said, shit, I ain't doing nothing now. Go up and go live for a little bit, see what everybody doing. Y'all know I'm one of the most random people out there. I just kind of do what I do. Just snagged the 6 2012 liter Gomez small batch. All right, Janice. So that is another series. I have the 4 through the 7 of small batch Lido Gomez. I'm gonna do a series with it, but I'm so backed up with shit, man. Like it probably won't be out until I probably won't even start recording it until August, September. I got the cigars. I've had them for a few months, and I got a series on it, so I'll be reviewing those too. It's just I'm doing the Drew Estate series now. I got a fiver from Monte Fortuna of Cubans I need to review. I got to do the Summer Showdown. We working, man. We working. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get like Smoking Preacher, man. I'm trying to work. Yeah, he does, Garland. I like his stuff. Leon, what's going on? Slick 50, what's good? What is going on, man? Have you tried the Meat Carita? I do like that. I like the regular one and I like the Tricky Trocker. I know I don't have any reviews of any Dunbar and Tobacco and Trust cigars up, so people think I don't like his cigars. There are some I like. I just haven't reviewed them yet. Things become a lot easier, man. Or when you're on the outside looking in, like, oh, you could just review all this stuff, but you get it. That's one of the. It's not unfortunate because it's nice to have your channel grow and spread around and stuff. So that's cool. But and James will tell you, even on the retail side of things, you hope and pray for growth, but then as growth comes, you just know that it comes with certain territory. Your time, because you still only got 24 hours in a day, so time just becomes very tight. You have to prioritize what you want to put first. Well, I'm just chilling, drawing up another portrait, trying to wind down a bit. John, your guy sent me a little sample of what he's hooking up for the cartoon character too. That's gonna be crazy when he gets done with that, man. That's cool. It's funny to me to look at like a cartoon and be like, man, that cartoon actually does look like me. Prudence, I was on a very boring conference call and hopped off when I got your live notification. I'm glad and I'm very happy that I'm able to help you get out of boring situations. Ash Head, I'm smoking the Luke or a Lunatic Torch in the Visionaries, man. This is a good one here. Hey, JP, get on it, man, because they're moving. I don't know how many more. Well, I'm not gonna say that because he'll have enough inventory because I know we're gonna sell the sampler all the way until the end of the tournament, which will probably be the end of July. So you should be good. Yeah, James, you better than me. I'm glad I don't have to do it. Yeah, man. Appreciate that, Matt. Make sure y'all hit that like button, dislike button, whatever you want to hit. Man, y'all just I always just tell you just engage. I'll put the let me put this link in real quick too. And you still have family and work to do. Facts, man. Still trying to balance all this stuff out. This is Ash. Hey, that first inch and a half, I was almost ready to put it up there with the Supreme Leaf, but I said, let me. It started calming down a little bit. I said, all right, let me calm myself down. But very, very good cigar, box worthy. I'd be in for a box of these without question, especially at $10 a cigar. Do you ever consider having more than one cigar that you're going to review in case you get a dud, or just smoking it a few times before record? It just depends, Janice, on my situation. Most of the cigars I keep in my humidor are cigars, and James will tell you because he knows what I order. I order boxes of things, so these are cigars I already love. It just may happen that if I get on camera and record and it doesn't perform, then I have to grade that cigar that I'm reviewing. So, but sometimes like this Drew Estate sampler, like I got the Pork Belly, the Pancetta, UF4, the Liga A. These are cigars I don't have a lot of, so I didn't get the opportunity to smoke them first before I reviewed them. But hey, it's all good. Sometimes it's had a ball swing, so. But if it's not anything like that, or if it's not a sampler that's being sent in, these are cigars that I've had a lot of time to be able to smoke, and I'm enjoying them. That's why, for the most part, you won't see cigars with really low scores on my channel unless they just don't perform well. Preacher got his sampler today. Good deal. Yeah, man, that's my guy. I do only realistic portraits and scripts. He does the cartoon stuff, man. He kills it, dude. And I might need to holler at you about doing a portrait of my son too, man. Yeah, man. This one's legit too, but I'm gonna tell you that first inch and a half, I was like, damn, this is right up there with the Supreme. Then it kind of gave it back, but that Supreme is just, it doesn't let up. Vincent, what's going on, man? I've also seen sample. It looks good. Yeah, man. Do you think it looks like me? My daily cigars, anywhere from 4 to 6. Yeah, Preacher, you love that Supreme Leaf, so you're gonna fall right in line with this one. You'll like this one too. Yeah, humidor is 80% singles. Mine's is probably the complete opposite. Mine's is probably 80% boxes. Are you smoking the 52 ring gauge? I'm smoking T-shirt. Smoked and reviewed the 4x70. That ring gauge isn't one I smoke often. See, and that's another thing too, Ashhead. James has smoked all 3 sizes and said it was very consistent. All 3 sizes were good. I don't want to smoke a 70 ring gauge, but I'll probably smoke the 60 and see where that's at. If that one's good too, I can damn well guarantee that 70 is probably gonna be on the money too. Yeah, Quakes, y'all be on the lookout. That Toro's coming out very soon. Mr. Clark was good, man. I appreciate you subscribing for the Patreon too, man. Salute to you, man. I appreciate that. Everything's been going good, man. It's been really, really going good, man. I appreciate all the support. I'm getting ready to post a link for the merchandise, man. Finally got that up off the ground. So I'll put that in for y'all. Do you think that the strength was coming off of the Shaggy Foot? It did tame down some, but it's still number 1 for me. Man, that's kind of hard to say, Woods. I don't know, man. Because the rapper wasn't involved in that first inch or so, but it's toned down though. But it's up there. I'm like I said, this still is right now. This is top 10 cigar for me. I'm afraid that my top 10 list this year is going to be heavy on Aganor, so people be looking like, oh man, but I smoke a lot of different cigars. These are just the ones that are really, really damn good this year, man. Yeah, Prudence, it shouldn't take too long. Won't be let down. Let me see. Why don't you want to smoke? Man, I think Quakes, I think that's pretty obvious, man. Why I don't mess with no 70 ring gauge. But I just, and for the most part, usually the blends just aren't that good when they get past 60, man. Even most 60s just aren't that good. They don't stand up to the Toros, Robustos, Coronas. They just aren't there. I thought so too, John. I thought it was, I just looked at it and just started laughing, man. Y'all definitely check out Ashhead Cigar Junkie. He's another channel out there really doing some really good things. We got a lot of really good cigar content creators coming out, which I'm very happy about, man. It's some really good quality coming out. And that's cool too, because like I said, it helps keep me driven too, because I'm always watching them, seeing what they got going on, getting ideas and stuff like that too. So got a lot of good content creators. Cigarhead TV, he's not in here right now, but my man Fred, based out of Dallas, Texas, he's another up and coming guy too. Mr. Clark, I'm smoking me a Lunatic Torch Visionary. I would highly recommend you get your hands on this and smoke it. Been smoking a few boxes of H up and half Corona. Great morning. Yeah, Janice. You can even ask James. I mentioned that to him the other day. I was telling him like I want to get a couple more boxes of Cubans, then I'm gonna save up some money and just really go hard this fall buying cigars. But a couple of boxes of Upman Coronas or half Coronas are definitely in there. I've been enjoying a few boxes of H up in hand. Oh, just read that. Just fired up Meat Carita number 552. Sean, what is going on, brother? Another guy that is a huge help, huge supporter of mine, man. I'm really appreciative of you, Sean. Hopefully everything is going well your way. This 500 club 6x60 soft box press, so it doesn't seem that big. Yeah, if I do 6x60s, I prefer them to be box press too. I saw that too, preacher. I saw you tag me, so I'll be definitely tuned in when you drop that review. You got any reviews? Do you have any reviews coming out tonight? Or are you taking today off too? I'm glad y'all can do business, man. Yeah, for sure, John. Because like I said, I think I'm gonna be pleased when I see that final product. So we definitely will be continuing on some projects and stuff like that. All right, let me get caught up with the chat. So let me see if I can drop this link in. Ricardo, what's going on, brother? So I am posting the link now to my Teespring store, man. If y'all want to check out some of the merch. Like I said, probably get it up tomorrow. It'll all the shirts will be different colors and the logo will be white like you guys see me wearing in my videos. So that'll be up hopefully tomorrow. I have the plain white shirt with the black logo, and then I have some other stuff on there too y'all might be interested in. Smoking Preacher sent James an order based on a couple of your recent reviews. That's cool, man. Like I said, that means a lot to me. So I don't know if anybody in the chat has missed out, but I dropped the Liga 10th anniversary review today. So if y'all haven't checked it out, make sure y'all are up to date, up to speed on the Drew Estate series going on. Uploading the LFD right now. All right, I'll be up for a while, so I know I'll be watching it. Mike, what's going on, man? My day is going pretty good. Smoking a really good cigar right now. I think you'd enjoy this one too, if you're into more full or medium to full body cigars. Yes, Quakes. Y'all know me too. I'm gonna keep it 100 too. Like I'm not gonna. Oh, I'm not. I have nothing to gain by talking about this cigar. James, you think this cigar is box worthy? Man, I'm gonna try not to, man. Well, I know we agree on the Habano by Casa Cuevas too. That's for sure my favorite Casa Cuevas that I've had is the regular Habano and the La Mandari. I enjoy both of those a lot. I wasn't huge on the Maduro. Connecticut was tasted like a typical Connecticut, but I feel like they killed the Habano. They do a really good job on it. I appreciate that, preacher. I don't know if you want to wait for me to bring out the colors with the white logo, but I got a lot of other stuff on there too that you might be interested in. Yep, got a coffee mug on there too. Y'all know I'm a big coffee guy, so I figured coffee and cigars go hand in hand. So definitely do that one too. Then it will probably be a box I buy. I definitely think it's box worthy. I'm telling you guys. Jesse, what's going on, brother? Just was talking about you, man. Preaching, looking forward to LFD. One of my favorite brand. Oh yeah, Ash here big on them. Big on them LFDs. You smoke much Paul Gamarian the 25th, 25th? I do. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I do. I like Paul Gamarian. That's all I'm gonna say, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all just what y'all are already anyway. Y'all are always real conscious and paying attention to what I got going on. Y'all stay tuned. I do like Paul Gamarian cigars. Oh man, Mike, you get man. Placencia mold. Look. Oh, he's talking to Sean. All right, John, man, you take care, man. I'm glad you stopped in tonight, man. Oh, Jesse, you ain't do nothing. It was all good, man. I was telling him how much I was telling you how I enjoyed this cigar. Jesse smoked the Supreme Leaf Robusto the other night. He could tell you what he thinks of it. Just like Matt. Enjoy him a Supreme Leaf. Tim, what is going on, man? Delbo, what's good? Just finished the Lunatic Maduro. That'll be one I'd be interested in trying. I'd definitely be interested in trying it. BT was good. I know. I wish they had a camouflage color one. That might be something I might have to pull from another source. I didn't see a camouflage colorway on the Teespring store, but definitely think that would be hot too. Yeah, the flavors on this thing are still really, really good. RM Junior, what's going on? I see you dropped the merch. I got to get that shirt in the red. Hey man, I appreciate it. I got another. I was telling everybody else. I'm gonna drop another shirt tomorrow. It'll be the one. It'll be the more traditional shirt that y'all see in the chat all the time with like different color shirts with the white logo. I'll be dropping it, and then I think I'm gonna probably sit on those designs, and then got some other stuff I'm gonna work on too. Hey man, love the content. Please check out my giveaway on the fermented photo. Okay, I'll check that out on Instagram. Congratulations on the merch. Appreciate that, Charles. Yeah, it's something. It's something I needed. It should have been done a long time ago, man. I've been asked by a lot of people and just kind of put it off. But I think now the time is appropriate. I feel like I have a really good support system and people that really rock with me. So it's something that needed to be done. So another thing too, whenever y'all are getting y'all's merchandise, and if y'all are getting shirts or anything like that, if y'all follow me on Instagram, make sure you tag me, hashtag. We'll start sharing this stuff around, man. We'll get this stuff going. Let me see. Quintel's talking. Let me see. Yeah, Leon, that actually was the first design I made. And my wife walked in and was like, she didn't understand, so I had to give her the whole background of that story. Then she started laughing hysterically. She thought that was funny. Yeah, cigars and whiskey. I have to think of something creative because there's so many cigar and whiskey shirts. So I just kind of want to think of something and y'all know how I am. I just want to kind of stay creative. You think you'd ever do a humidor tour or it feels too show offish? For the most part, I think it's too show offish, but I've had enough requests for that too. So kind of like the unofficial thing I stated was once I reach 5,000 subscribers, I'll do a humidor tour. So I'm a little less than 2,000 subscribers away, which may take a while. So I think I got some time to kind of I got some time before I have to show it. Big E, what's going on? All right, Anthony, you take care, man. Be safe, man. Preacher, that's another thing I'm looking at too. I'm not gonna. I like New Era fitted hats. That's my favorite, and then I like snapback hats. So I'm just trying to find a good website to do hats at. But the plan is to do a snapback or a dad. Y'all know I like dad hats too. So the plan is to do hats too. I do want to do hats. Ordered the Visionaries from Provider Shop. Going to do a snapback. Yeah, I wear hats a lot too, but I don't mind like not wearing hats too. You know, some people have a bald head and they got bumps and shit all over. Like I feel like my head is pretty good, so I don't ever have a problem taking my hat off. But I like hats though, so I'm definitely gonna do a snapback and probably a dad hat with like the gold buckle on the back. Live giveaway on fermented photo with 6 limited edition cigars and 2 bottles of whiskey. All right, yeah, like I said, I definitely check that out. But yeah, this thing is really good, man. I'm telling you guys, this is a good cigar. That's another sleeper too. They're about the Aganorsa Signature Selection. For whatever reason, and like I said, that cigar came out a couple of years ago. For whatever reason, people just overlooked it. And even like Lee Mack stated before, like he looked at it, he said he thought it looked cheap. Like, but when you smoke it, that cigar could easily sell for $14, $15 and still sell. I'm curious your opinion of their top tier stuff they do for private. I'm trying to think. I had the State Line exclusive. I enjoyed that one. It wasn't my favorite Aganorsa cigar. There's a couple other companies that use Aganorsa tobacco that I'll be checking out in the future. So I definitely be able to give you a better opinion of it here shortly. I try. I mean, you know, like it's not that I'm trying to smoke badass cigars on purpose. My palate likes what it likes, and it doesn't like what it doesn't like. Price point not included. If the cigar is really good and it's $20, then I don't mind spending $20 for it. I've never been that type of person. Even with whiskey or wines or anything, if the product is good and the quality and consistency is there, I don't mind spending the money for it. But if you're going to charge me a premium price, then the cigar needs to reflect it. Janice, I'm not a big one-off fan. Now, I haven't tried the plus 53. So even though that's almost double the price of the other parts or the other lineup, I'm going to try that one because I've heard through the grapevine that one smokes a lot differently. But the other one-offs, and I'm a really big Illusion fan too. Mr. Clark, I was like that at first too. And then for whatever reason, I woke up one day and was just like, I'm going to shave my head every day or every other day. But I used to be really lazy with shaving too, man. But I did work and I have to keep a hat on my head because it's like I'd start looking like George Jefferson if I didn't shave. So I just had to step it up. Sean, that for me, that's like my favorite piece. I'm not gonna lie. The hoodie, the Bacon Spice hoodie is my favorite piece right now. Smoking the Monty by AJ Fernandez. Jermaine, if you haven't tried the new Romeo and Julieta Reserva Real Nicaragua, I think you should try that one. Obviously, the H. Upman 175th, AJ Fernandez blended that one. That comes out of his factory too. And I think those are really good cigars too. Hey, I'm not playing, man. If I let my hair grow out, y'all be like, this man, hair ugly. I gotta keep it shaved, man. I gotta keep my head shaved. I got some hair coming in now, so I'm gonna shave tomorrow morning, man. I can't go more than 2 days without shaving. My hair still grows really fast. Stu, what's going on, man? I appreciate that donation. Shaved head club, spray foam and fire. Yeah, man. That's kind of one of those things because I had to start shaving my head at 23 when I was in the fire academy, and I just didn't know what to feel at first, but at the same time, I didn't have a choice. I was like, I'm not gonna be seen with hair all on the sides and back. In the front and top is bald, so I didn't have a choice. But fortunately, I have a round head, which I always got made fun of when I was a kid too. So, and it doesn't bump up or anything. So I'm one of those guys that I use shaving cream sometimes, but for the most part, I can just take warm water and take a Gillette 3 or a Gillette 5 and shave, and I'm good. Like I don't bump up. So I've been really, fortunate to have really good skin. Charles Ball too. Life is too short to smoke bad cigars. Facts, man. Don't say that. Hey, you'll be like, yeah, ash head ball too, man. Hey, and I had to start shaving early. My dad was in his 40s when he started going bald. So I thought I at least had till then. Then my younger brother is 20. He got a head full of hair. He just cut his afro off a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, for whatever reason, I just prematurely went bald. They've been rocking the George Jefferson often during quarantine. Hey, man. I'm about to try this Perdermo Vintage 12. What's your thoughts? Vintage 12. Is that the double aged? I think that might be a 12 year. If it's the double aged, the Connecticut was really good. That was a cigar I smoked a lot of when I first started smoking. Started going bald soon after getting married around 2000. Yeah, man. I got in the fire academy one day and I was a little light up top, and then all of a sudden just hair wasn't growing there. So I was like, man, I just got to shave it off, man. Actually, and I was kind of trying to hang on to it. I have to shout out to my brother Mark Green, man. He was on the fire department too with me, and he was already bald in the academy. And he was like, "Man, you gotta go ahead and shave that off." And I just was I was resenting it. I was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna shave it. I ain't gonna shave it." But then I just finally went home one day and was looking in the mirror. I was like, "Yeah, I need to shave this off, man. I'm too young to be looking like this, so I gotta be clean or clean shaven." And most of the time, like you can tell. So when you guys look at videos, you'll be able to tell if I have any kind of facial hair at all. I'm usually on my off days. When I'm at work, I could keep a mustache, but I just shave everything off because I feel like as whatever I could pull off not having any facial hair, so I just shave it most of the time. 20th anniversary is really good too. I like that Perdermo 20th. Mike's been shaving since 18. We got a lot of bald brothers in here, man. And don't knock it too. I think a lot of the ladies are fans of bald heads too. That's kind of in now. Yeah, I start seeing guys that aren't even going bald shaving. I'm like, man, if you got a head full of hair, leave it alone. Get the Perdermo Habanos Lambert. I think you'll like it. All right, preacher. I'll check that one out. I would, Jermaine, if I could. I'd have a beard. If I have at least a light beard, if I could grow one, but on the job, I can't have any facial hair other than a mustache. So sometimes I'll keep a mustache, but my wife hates if I just have a mustache by itself. So usually I just shave everything off. Yeah, Quakes. I just use a Gillette 5 blade or 3 blade. Usually whatever I catch on sale, and that's usually what I shave my head with. But this cigar here, man, still really full flavor, full body. You're gonna get sweet and spiciness in there. It's got some caramel sweetness in there. You're getting some cedar, nice pepper hit on it. Got a nice finish to it too. This is a really good. This is a complete cigar. She did at first, dude. She wasn't a huge fan of it neither because her and my mom are both nurses, and then my wife's dad was a really big cigarette smoker for most of his life. He still smokes cigarettes some, but I converted him over to cigars about a year and a half, 2 years ago. But after she came out in the sunroom, or we would be on the beach in vacation or something, she tried a few cigars, and once she smoked a few of them, she was like, "I kind of see why you do this. This is relaxing." I said, "This is why I do it. It's relaxation for me." So she doesn't really say anything to me about it anymore, neither. And then, thankfully, to all of you, when I started my YouTube channel, she probably thought it was just kind of a joke or something at first too. But now that she sees, the following and the support, and she sees all the Instagram tags and posts, she sees how serious it is. She sees how passionate I am about it. So she's a supporter too. She doesn't rob me anymore about it. I know. Hey, as soon as I get off live, I'm gonna be watching Preacher's LFD review. I just got the notification too. The guy doesn't put marble top on the cheap furniture thing. Thoughts on top tier Aganorsa, Warp Moon, Guardian, Skyflower. All of those are thumbs up. I like all of those. I smoked the Orchard Child this morning. The Florida Val's Orchard Child this morning. Yeah, Sean, this is the Lunatic Torch. This is the Visionary. This is a 6.5 by 52. It's a very, very good cigar. Sometimes I feel like that too, Charles. It is a lot of work because, like I said, really shaving it every day or every other day, man. It definitely some work. Siboney is a good Aganorsa leaf cigar. That's another one that I saw that I wanted to try. That's what I'm talking about. Good deal. I'm glad you got straightened up, Prudes. Ass just fell on the floor. Picking up a bit of brown sugar in this too. Yeah, Prudence, you were gonna send James into a heart attack if it wasn't there. Okay. Appreciate that, Woods. And I still got the other one too that I'm gonna be reviewing at some point too. That'll probably be a review that'll be scattered in the middle of something, but I'm definitely gonna smoke them. Very, very excited, very happy that you sent that to me after smoking that other one that was out this past year. I was really interested in the one before that. So I'm very appreciative of you sending that in, man. Ah, Quakes, man. Are you Quakes? Are you looking at a box or were you looking at a 5-pack? What are you looking at? Hey, Rod, now you see what I'm talking about. Sometimes people will look at me and they're like, I think you're being a little hard. It's like for an anniversary cigar, special edition, a limitada, don't put that name on a cigar if it's not a fantastic cigar, man. Like, and I'm with you. I thought it was a good cigar, but it's like I said, if I see it around, I might grab one or two. I wouldn't grab a 5-pack or I wouldn't track down a box personally. And then on top of that, that's one of those things like if you get a box of the Year of the Rats, like I don't even know if I want to sit on those like more than a year or two because I think that they're going to lose body and flavor, or maybe not so much body. Most of the ones I've had recently, the body's still been okay, but the flavor's just flattened out. James, are you out of the lunatic torch now, or are you do you have any more in? Okay, you're looking at a box. Quakes, you might want to if you can't spend any more in the month of June, you might want to wait for James, man. You know he'll match what you found. Singles only hour. Oh yeah, okay. So he'll have it this week. I do, Janice. I do watch. I don't watch him religiously, but I do watch his content though, and he does have a really good palate. And I found that we agree on a lot of cigars. There are some cigars I disagree with him on, but for the most part, I know like I think he really liked this cigar. We agree on Aganorsa tobacco for the most part. There's a few other ones that we agree on too, but I do watch his channel, just not all the time. But he's another guy that's been around for quite some time, man. He's got a really respectable channel, really respectable palate. I think Tim does a really good job. Wasn't impressed with the Year of the Rat. Loved the Year of the Pig. All right, Quintel. I'm gonna be smoking the Year of the Pig shortly, so I'll definitely be able to put some comparison notes to that. Like I said, I thought the Year of the Rat was a good cigar. I wouldn't say it was a fantastic cigar, but I thought it was good. Now what hurts it is the price of the price of the Year of the Rat was something I was like, no way. Andre, what's going on, brother? See, and I like citrus notes too, but so unless it's sweetness, like I like citrus, I like wood notes, stuff like that, but it has to be complex. It has to be combining with other flavors. If it's just citrus or just cedar, it's like, it's all right. Like I like it to have more complexity to it. Year of the Dog was my favorite. All right. The Year of the Rat was my first time ever smoking anything of the Year of series by Davidoff. So that's what kind of piqued my interest. I thought it was a good enough cigar for me where I would at least every year buy one of those cigars and see how they are. Even though it's expensive, I still feel like I probably would do that. I'd probably buy one a year and see what it's like. Quintel liked the dog too. What was the size on that cigar? So I'm getting notifications of Yin Yang, man. What's going on? Cool. Yeah, Quakes. Definitely, like I said, if you find something, that's how me and James started interacting. Like I bought a lot of my stuff off of one site, and then he started price matching, and then we had a personal relationship. So that stuff matters, man. Like I'd much rather, for me, even when I wasn't sponsored by Black Line, I would much rather deal with somebody I could talk to in person or have a personable relationship with than to just buy from just a website. I liked it. If anything goes wrong or something happens, and Sean will be able to tell you too, it's very easy to contact James. He never shies away from anything. He's a solid dude, man. I'm telling you. Drew Estate needs to get back to the basics and roots. They're going to become an overpriced Rocky Patel if they don't get it together. I can't really complain with that, Jermaine. I can't complain with this statement. You might be on to something. Year of the Rat is great, but you end up comparing it to the predecessors, yeah, which had a majority, yeah. Yeah, Quakes. I mean, and for me, the biggest reason why I'm buying boxes a lot of times, especially if it's something I like, is just because the humidors I have, they're just really big. So it would make no sense for me to just keep buying 4 or 5 cigars at a time. It'd take me forever to try to fill those humidors up. So it's just easier for me to buy boxes. Ricardo agrees too. Yeah, I mean, not to spoil anything from the Drew Estate series, but a couple other cigars that I reviewed that's coming out, man, they were just average, man. Very good smoke production on this too. Not having to take a lot of draws. I could get a single draw and still get a lot of smoke out of this. This is like, hey, it's another winner here. I thought it was kind of, I saw it and then I saw the advertisement and stuff at first. I was like, man, it's probably another gimmick cigar or something, but I'm impressed. This is a good cigar. I could smoke this every day. Same here. That's why I wouldn't need a humidor tool. Yeah, like I said, Quakes. When I get to 5,000, I think that'll be fair. I think I could do it then. I just hate that sometimes you see people's humidors, and it's just like, oh, I got this, and it's just kind of like bragging. It's just like that's just not my personality, man. I'm more laid back, more that's not me. Sweet, I'm smoking on the Lunatic Torch. If you haven't smoked this yet, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Very, very good cigar. So the Lunatic Maduro is good. All right, that'll be probably the next one that I need to try too. We've been watching a slow slide since Swisher bought out DE. They still have good stuff, but they are not the same. Yeah, and what I found for Drew Estate, what is still remaining the same is their construction is on point. Their draws are always great, and their burns are always great too, for the most. Except very very rarely have I seen a Drew Estate not perform well. The flavors might not be to my liking, but the construction is always on point with them, always. But I can definitely agree with that. When I first started smoking, the Drew Estate stuff was a lot better. Still really huge on the UF13, L40. Feral Flying Pig, Dirty Rats are still good. The Unico line is really good still. You'd be surprised, Quakes. There's only one box of Padrones in there, and they're halfway gone. Because that's another thing. So I like Padrones, but they're not cheap cigars, man. So you think, all right, my favorite Padron is the 1926 80th anniversary. It comes in a box of 8. That is a $230, $240 box of cigars. As much as I like that cigar, I'd much rather put the money towards an Aganorsa Signature Selection or a box of Supreme Leafs or something like that. I would much rather do that than the Padron. So usually with my Padrones, I'll just grab a couple of different family reserves at a time, 2 or 3. So I don't have a lot of boxes of them. Only way you see a lot of boxes of Padrones in the humidors if I became insanely rich, which is probably not going to happen. So it probably ain't going to be like that. I have the 60 gram, 69 Barbados, 59 see the desktop. I see in 3 different times. Only keeps it 60 to 66. That ain't bad, Stu. I mean, 60 to 66 is where I usually keep my stuff around. They smoke good. I actually like them like that. I don't. When they start getting over humidified, they burn bad and they don't taste good. See, Jermaine, I'm in the minority of that, man. Got a lot of AJ fans out there. Me and Jesse actually were talking about that offline before I even went live. I like some of the collaborations he's done. I like the H. Upman 175th. I like the Southern Draw Kudzu Lustrum. I like the new Romeo and Julieta that they released. But for the most part, AJ makes good cigars, but he hit it right on the head. I don't feel like they're overly complex, and the flavor notes are not like the best for me all the time, if that makes sense. I don't think they're bad cigars, but I often overlook AJ Fernandez stuff just because I know he's very consistent, and his construction is always very good too. But y'all know how I am. I reward strength, I reward complexity, I reward intensity of flavor, and I feel like there's a couple other lines out there that do a little bit better job. Now, what I will give AJ credit on too, like Aganorsa, he never tries to kill your pockets. I like AJ Fernandez because he puts out a good product and the price point is appropriate for what he does. So I always will give him credit for that. And if he comes out with new blends, I always will try him. I always will try them. Like I smoked the Diesel Delirium a couple weeks ago, and I just wasn't that impressed with it. But again, it was only $9-10, so I was like, it's not that expensive. It didn't bother me. Let's see. I have some very expensive stuff, but don't care to brag at all. I'd rather just puff on share the. Yeah, I'm the same way, sweet. Have you smoked the Armadillo Fuerte Six Toe? Yes, I have. I enjoyed it too, but all the times I've smoked that cigar, I've had burn issues or not. I've had to touch it up, and I usually don't run into that problem with the Salomon. And the flavors, they actually smoke a lot differently, even though they're the same lineup and have the same tobaccos. But I like the Six Toe. I feel like that's a box-worthy cigar too. But if I was like face to pick one, it's gonna be the Salomon all day long. Do you smoke one stick before buying the box? Sometimes. Sometimes. Alex, what's going on, man? Congrats again on the baby boy, man. Day after Father's Day, man. Ain't this something? Like the OG Padron 26 wasn't impressed with later anniversary. 175th is, yeah, I would say technically, Jay, that's probably my favorite AJ Fernandez cigar too. I've had a few AJ collabs and a few New World. They're all pretty much the same. Or yeah, like I said, the flavors are fine. It's just not a lot of complexity in there. Same here, Woods. I think it's a better for me personally. I think it's a better cigar. Jamel, what's going on, brother? Recently had to reboot my humidor. Started getting mad. Inconsistency. What are you running, Sean? Diesel's line has to be the worst. The only diesel I smoked that I enjoyed, and it was last year during vacation. The last time I had it was the Diesel 10th anniversary. And it wasn't like an elite cigar, but I enjoyed it though. Let's see. I got to get up at 3 a.m. All right, preacher. I'll be catching your review as soon as I get off live. I'll be watching it, man. You have a good night. AJ Perry with Drew Estates tobacco bought. No telling what would happen. But see, here's the thing, though, Jermaine. AJ could get his hands on whatever. Like AJ probably technically is right up there as far as quality and what he can get as far as Drew Estate, because you think about this. So two cigars that come off the top. This lets you know that AJ's got some great tobacco there. The H. Upmann 175th anniversary. It's a Churchill size cigar. The wrapper is Medio Tiempo. You know how hard it is to get Medio Tiempo, period? Excuse me. And the fact that he made wrapper leaves out of it and it's aged 3 years. So the Kuzu Lustrum, same thing. It's a Bellicoso. It's a shorter Vitola. But when is the last time you seen a Medio Tiempo wrapper? So that in itself tells me like he's got some excellent tobacco over there. He just blends for probably his taste and what he likes. And what he likes is not particularly what my palate is. That happens with a lot of people though. A-Rod, Rocky Patel puts out a lot of stuff, and then there's another company that I will not mention their name. They put out a lot of stuff too, and most of it is bullshit. Okay, I got you, Sean. AJ Drew Estate will be a cigar year easily, and yes, AJ gets all top shelf tobacco. He definitely got, yeah. AJ ain't got no problem in getting. He can get whatever he wants. Like he grows a lot of stuff, man. Just bought the Gobi hygrometer, great deal on Amazon. 2 for $22. I might go check that out. Is Janice, is that only Bluetooth available or a Bluetooth capability only? Because that's the only thing I don't like about the Bova the Butler is Bluetooth. But it's actually very accurate with I have in one of my cooler doors, I have the Boveda Butler and I have a digital hygrometer, and they're actually spot on. Like the Boveda Butler might read like one point lower than but they're usually right there on top of each other. Periodically is the decade. Sean, I'm right with you too. If he comes back and says he's been enjoying, I might have to check that one out too. I do know the Gobi has that bigger display, and that would be more my alley, like seeing the bigger display. He putting out be slightly. I mean, flooding the market with straight trash. Yeah. It's Bluetooth for app, but a large display screen on the unit. So I don't know. I may try to check that out too, Janice, because like that's the only thing I don't like. They need to have something that even it doesn't have to be Bluetooth. You be able to like just pull it up on any app and be able to pull it up without Bluetooth. That's my biggest gripe with the Bova the Butler. But two for $22 though, because I have two cooler doors, so that I'm actually probably gonna jump on top of it. Strength has crept up, probably about medium to full, I would say. Still full body, still full flavor. Good cigar. Just off the top of my head, this will be in the low 90s if I was reviewing this. Paid $50 for my sensor push. Do you how do you feel about that one? I'll tell you guys too, man, and this ain't even promotion because I'm not sponsored by them either, but you guys know I use the Jeep lighters and matches all the time. You want you a decent, or it's not even really that expensive. I think they're like $50 or something like that. You want you a good like lighter. This is like a soft flame and a torch, kind of a hybrid. This Zycar EX windproof lighter is probably my favorite fancy lighter that I have. Wish they came out in a couple more colors. Hey Jesse, we might have to put something together, man. And so when you start blending, Ron, what do you think you will do in order to put out products that will attract the most taste profiles? I'm probably going to take the approach, Andre, of just blending for what I like and doing it that way. I'll blend with stuff that I like, put it out there. All right, so other than like the massive amounts of strength, and that sounds bad. So most people don't like strength in their cigars like I do, and I noticed that. So I'm more of that full body, full flavor. So that's probably what I'm going to blend to. So if I could do a full body, full flavor, medium strength, low side, and medium to full, that's probably what I'll blend until I start getting into Connecticut's. But even still, if I'm blending a Connecticut, I want to try to maximize the flavor. So I'd probably try to play with different bonders like Connecticut broadleaf, Brazilian, Montefina, Indonesian. I want flavor. Flavor is going to be the most important factor for me when I start blending, not strength, contrary to even though strength being in my rating system. Do you think Steve Saka and Nick Melillo are contractually forbidden from collaborating? No, I don't think they are. I just don't think that it's on their radars right now. They probably, did a lot of work. They did a lot of work together at Drew Estate, but I mean, I could see a collaboration probably between them in the future. They probably just are thinking and doing so much other stuff, but their styles are kind of similar. So I think they both love that Connecticut broadleaf. So I don't think that would be out of the question for them to collaborate on. I think off the top of my head, I smoke more Foundation than Dumbarton, but I think they both do a really good job at blending. And I think they blend the same way too. I think they blend for their palates, and then everybody else just likes what they blend. Had to calibrate it a lot. That's one thing. Now with the Bova the Butler, I've had it for probably a month. I haven't had to mess with it any. So yeah, Jesse. All right. If you're talking about the blending, that's what I would do. I do medium to full body, full flavor, and probably medium strength, medium low side of medium to full. So here's the thing. What people, for me at least, all right. So this is my personal thought process on it. You don't want your head to be spinning with the strength, but also like Brian Glenn at Cigar Obsession explains it a lot perfectly. Either he said it or Puro Maduro says it. So like I equate strength with like intensity of flavor and foods and stuff like that. So when you have good flavors and you got some strength with it too, it helps kick those flavors, helps kick all that intensity up a little bit, which creates for me a better experience. So for me, I want a little bit of strength in the blend because I think that it kind of accentuates and helps out the flavors. It helps spice it up and bump it up a little bit. Which think about this. Think about this seriously. Most of the cigars, or at least for me, that I've smoked that aren't that good or that are very mild, they don't have a lot of strength. But a lot of the cigars, the Supreme Leaf, the Aladino Corojo Reserva, this cigar, the Kudzu Lustrum, the HM and 175th, all those really, really elite cigars for me, they have strength in there. Now they all aren't blowing the back of your head off, but strength is definitely present. So I feel like that helps the blend. The game soda when he was doing vintage series, I can't say nothing bad about the 90 through 2001. Yeah, those are good. I like the Royale and the Decade too. I think those were good. Yeah, Quakes, I'm hoping so, man. It's gonna take some time though, probably realistically. I've been at this for 9 months. I just automatically assumed it's gonna take me a couple years before somebody trusts me enough. I have the following that can warrant that, and it would be that somebody would see it beneficial. So say like Aganorsa for some reason, or let's using them for example. So if Aganorsa looks at me now, they're like, you're doing great, but the longevity isn't there. But if I'm around for 2 or 3 years, sitting on 10 or 20,000 subs, the following is there for me to do a project where they could see like, all right, we'll let you blend a cigar because we see that you have a following enough that would support the product. So realistically, that's what I'm already thinking. Like it's gonna take a couple of years before probably somebody reaches out and thinks it's a good idea to let me blend something. Yeah, Charles, that's just kind of how I think about it. Strength and intensity and flavor is what I like. I like intense stuff. Same thing with bourbon. Smoothness, you can get good flavors with smooth bourbon, but when you get those Bookers or that Buffalo Trace Antique Collection or those Noah's Mills, those bourbons that are at that 110, 115, 120 proof, because it's such a raw product, you can water it down a little bit, but you got that raw product, you get more intense flavors, and that's what I like. I like that intense flavors. I'm spot on with your palate. It has to hit when you puff. It seems like it'll be strong because it hits like that, but doesn't have your head spinning. Exactly. Like that idea, whether medium or full, the flavor and complexity catches me. It has to be there. It has to be there. Nobody's interested in smoking paper. Do you get invites to cigar shows? I've been on a couple shows, Woods. I've been on the I tapped it, but the Impromptu Night Live, which comes on Monday, which Kevin over at Cigar Prop, he did a show today. I was on that show. I was on the Down to the Nub, which is a newer podcast that started. But other than that, I haven't been invited on any shows. But you got to think about this too. So that's why I always still tell you guys I'm still a smaller channel. Even with 3,000 subs, there's still a lot of people that don't know about me. So the demand isn't really there. And I feel like the support system or the army has to do a job in doing it too. When you guys are watching shows like Cigar Talk, Cigar Authority, stuff like that, you guys have to help spread the word of mouth about me. And then when they come check out the channel and they see the body of work, they see that, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is somebody that we need to pay attention to. So I feel like just as much as it's important to me to put out quality content, be consistent, that's why I was telling you guys, it doesn't have to always be financially. Share videos, share the page, all that stuff matters, man. It's all right, John. Yeah, I say, hey, Stu, hey, I ain't mad at you, brother. It has a long way, but in the meantime, you can get your blend on yourself and join me and Uncle Lee may start rolling your own, tasting the. Yeah, I'm at some point I'm gonna start doing that too, sweet. What cigar is in your opinion too much strength? Black Lady Travel Morphine. I actually like the morphine, but the problem with the morphine, Janice, was that the flavors and complex. It was a good cigar, but it wasn't an elite cigar to have the strength that it did. It didn't make me put the cigar down, but it wasn't complex, and the flavors weren't complex enough to really warrant me like, oh, this is box worthy. Like that's a cigar that I would buy once in a while, but I would agree. For most people, that's definitely going to be just a too strong of a cigar, and for most people, to probably be one-dimensional too, just not very complex. Sweet, you got to get on him and make sure he smokes that cigar, man. Yeah, Sweet, the same thing. I just don't think it was very complex. LFD double hero gives me the lullaby. It's been a while since I smoked that cigar. If I smoke LFDs, it's usually the Chapter 1, Capuchulo 2, or the Maduro Cabinet number 5. I like all three of those. I like the Cameroon Cabinet and Lancero too, which I did a video of. I did a pairing with the Hibiki 12-year. Fantastic. Elite pairing. Elite. Yes, well, Kevin has so many cigars, and he's probably super busy too. So it ain't no telling when he's gonna try to get around to that. But it would even be to the point, like for me, it wouldn't even have to be a review. I just want you to smoke it and tell me what you think. But then at the same time, Kevin does a lot of machine work too. So I would want him to sit. If I rolled a cigar personally, I would want him to be able to sit down and concentrate on the cigar. Not sometimes you get caught up in work, you're not really paying attention to stuff. You're just smoking it. But at that point, when you're busy doing stuff, in your mind, it's only associating whether the cigar is good or bad. You're not really picking up on a lot of crazy flavor notes unless the cigar is really crazy. Ben, I can see that. All right, no, or Sean, you have a good night too. Take care and be safe, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here too, man. Just wanted to kind of update all of you and let you know how good this lunatic torch was. So definitely check it out. And also the link to my merch is I'll put it up one more time, man. Just wanted to let everybody know that I do have merch available now. So if that's something you want to check out, do so. And like I said, even if that's not the case, don't forget to share the channel, man. Share it to as many people as you can, and we can't see if we can't get this thing to grow a little bit more. You have a good night too, Janice. Take care out there, man. I posted one more time for you guys. That's for people that's new or newer and didn't come in. That's the link to the merch. So y'all be sure to go by and browse through that. Like I said, tomorrow we'll try to have the merch up where you can have different color shirts with the white logo, like I wear in my videos all the time. I know I get a lot of compliments on that. People ask me all the time where to pick that up at. So now we're gonna make that available for everybody. All right, man. On that note, man, y'all have a good night, man. Stay safe. You got to work tomorrow. Y'all be safe, man. Try not to work too hard. And y'all already know what the name of the game is: relaxation and enjoyment. And y'all don't forget to be driven, never motivated, man. We're gonna catch y'all on this next one. Y'all be good, man. Love y'all. Take care.